Welcome back to Recap Pro. Today I'm going to recap a 1991 adventure/family film titled White Fang. Spoilers alert. Watch out, take care. As the story begins, a pack of wolves is on the hunt, unexpectedly bringing down their prize. A mom wolf brings meals again for the younger dog wolf, White Fang. Elsewhere, younger Jack arrives in Alaska for the first time. Jack meets a man named Beauty. Beauty introduces Jack to his friends, Luke and Tinker. Jack asks if the trio is aware of a man named Alex Larson, and Beauty claims to be ancient pals with Alex. They quickly confess to no longer understanding Alex and provide a way to locate him, but Jack grows suspicious of them. The trio factor him into Alex's route and leave. Jack realizes they have pickpocketed him and leaves angrily to locate Alex. He trudges up the mountainside with a massive group, struggling up the path. Reaching the pinnacle of the path, Jack eventually locates Alex. He introduces himself, but Alex claims he would not be aware of Jack. Alex explains that his deceased father instructed him to locate a plot of land with gold to mine, and wished for Alex to take him there. Alex mocks this, telling Jack to go home, that he might not live to tell the tale in the wilderness. He wakes his companion, Skunker, and they get ready to depart to bury their deceased friend, Dutch. Skunker introduces himself to Jack, revealing he knew his father. Skunker asks if Jack is becoming a member of their crew, but Alex nevertheless refuses to take Jack in. Jack goes to go away on his own, but Skunker convinces Alex to assist Jack out. Jack, sooner or later, caves in, warning Alex not to fall behind. The three guys head out into the wasteland with their dog sled. After traveling some distance, they quickly switch drivers, and Jack takes in some scenery. Elsewhere, White Fang is developing strongly and enjoying time with his mother. His mom leaves to go hunting, and he tries to go with her, but he grows to become far away. Meanwhile, Jack spots some wolves in the back of their pack, causing him to flee and fall. Alex fires his gun to scare off the wolves, and the team rapidly strikes on. Later that night, the trio makes camp. Alex warns Jack about being too close to the fire. Sure enough, Jack's bedding catches the fireplace, and Skunker places it out. Alex all at once starts to throw Jack's property out of Jack's bag, inflicting an argument. Skunker breaks it up and goes to feed their dogs. Skunker comes back and claims a wolf was mixed in with the puppies and he fed the incorrect animal. Alex brushes the declare off, telling Jack that Skunker was once mistaken. In actuality, White Fang's mom used to be the wolf in question, and she feeds her pup the stolen fish. Later in the night, Skunker regales Alex about Skunker's uncle, who hunted wolves, and they quickly go to sleep. The following day, they proceed until they reach a steep slope along their way. They strive to keep away from it, but Alex falls down. Jack falls as nicely as the dog sled guidelines over. Skunker tries to pull the sled and Jack to safety, but the rope snaps, sending the sled and Jack down the slope. Jack slows to a stop, but the sled continues on, breaking and spilling its contents over the slope and onto the frozen lake. Against Skunker's warning, Jack goes onto the ice to take hold of the ammunition bag. The ice breaks below him, and Alex and Skunker pull him out of the freezing water. The guys rush to Jack's aid, making sure he receives heat as soon as possible. Skunker makes a fireplace out of one of Jack's books, and they place him close to it. Jack apologizes for inflicting an inconvenience, whilst Alex goes to retrieve Dutch. Later that night, the crew takes inventory of their inventory. Hearing greater wolves nearby, the trio strikes to keep their puppies safe. Jack notices White Fang's mother approaching the group. Skunker notices she is a phase dog and claims her to be a decoy to entice the puppies to the wolves. One canine ends up leaving the group, and Skunker runs after it. Suddenly, greater wolves appear, and the canine flees. Skunker shoots White Fang's mom and chases after his dog. Unaware of the wolves following him, Alex and Jack can only watch in horror as they overtake him. Jack falls asleep and wakes up to see them surrounded by wolves. Helping Alex fend them off, they pack up to go away at daybreak. They are quickly swarmed by wolves and are fighting for survival. They were saved by some different prospectors who notice their furnace in the distance. Fang's mother returns home, but she dies soon after she arrives. Unable to wake her, White Fang really sleeps with the aid of his mother, waiting. When White Fang wakes up, he howls for different wolves and receives a response in the distance. He goes and finds every other pack of wolves, speeding after them, but is unable to catch them. On the other hand, Fang falls into a cave via a snow float and finds an exit. While Jack is filling his canteen by the river, a White Fang comes across his path. Jack calls out to him, but he runs away. However, after hearing their dogs, White Fang pursues Jack and Alex as they leave the river. When the White Fang spots a fish nearby, it struggles to consume it and swims away. He is additionally unable to trap some mice, but he sees some meals piled up above and nearby. He tries to attain it, but gets caught in a trap. Stopping for a moment, Jack questions why they have to go such a long way to bury Dutch. However, Alex is adamant about this being counted, and they continue on. Gray Beaver and Little Beaver are cut down by some Native Americans, and he is determined to be maintained by them. Finally attaining their destination, Dutch is sooner or later buried, and when requested to say a few phrases over Dutch, Alex admits he by no means preferred him. Gray Beaver and Little Beaver play and teach White Fang, whilst Jack and Alex achieve in the next town. Alex factors Jack into the route of anybody who will take him further. Alex is ready to go see an old friend, and the two part ways. Jack goes to the nearby bar, and finds Alex talking with bar proprietor Belinda. Belinda goes to pour him a drink, and Jack introduces himself. Alex reminds Jack of his unique destination, and Jack leaves their company. Later on, Jack is in town and sees Belinda. She invites him to dinner, and he accepts. At dinner, they talk about one-of-a-kind things, and Alex tells Jack to leave. Jack refuses, insisting Alex be his guide. Alex caves in, and Jack leaves, borrowing a book from Belinda. Some time later, Alex comes and offers Jack some recommendations about the boat he is building. Winter has come and gone, and White Fang has grown tremendously under Gray Beaver's care. Back in the city, Jack readies the boat and sets sail with Alex. Rowing along, they arrive at a Native American contract and go to see Gray Beaver. When Jack first meets White Fang, he notices him. Gray Beaver forbids Jack from coming into contact with White Fang. Jack insists that Gray Beaver be extra friendly. Gray Beaver has a contrary view to Jack. After dinner, Alex and Jack retire to bed, but Jack notices White Fang howling in the distance for the various wolves in the area. Some time later, Jack explores the village and the surrounding area. In his wanderings, Jack is set upon by a tiger and runs for his life. The White Fang comes to his aid, taking cover beneath a pile of logs and keeping the Endur at bay. After a tense standoff, the Enduring lumbers away, and White Fang follows. Later, as they are geared up to leave, Jack offers White Fang a piece of meat jerky as thanks. Looking back, he notices White Fang watching them as they leave. Continuing with the aid of land, they arrive at their destination, which turns out to be a rundown house. Inside, Jack sees some of his dad's historic belongings, even a household photo. Jack reminisces about his father with Alex, remembering his childhood. Alex asks why Jack did not come there right now after his dad's death, and Jack mentions his ailing mother. After their talk, Jack wishes to settle down at the residence. However, Alex insists the gold is elsewhere. Alex concurs to help Jack for a while, and Jack goes about enhancing his new home and setting up mining equipment. The Gray Beaver and White Fang enter the city together in any other area, attracting a lot of attention. Beauty, Luke, and Tinker allow their large dog to fight White Fang, but are surprised when he beats their dog. Beauty lies in the animals' fight, annoying White Fang as a fee from Gray Beaver. They took White Fang and put him in a pen. Back home, Jack is pissed off with his lack of progress. He sits, and Alex asks him about a book he is reading. They agreed to teach each other a new skill and got to work. In other news, Beauty and her gang challenge White Fang to a dog fight. The battle ends quickly, as White Fang easily beats his opponent. Beauty wins many fights, making her a lot of money. After his win today, Beauty brings White Fang a treat, but the animal may not let him get close. Back home, Jack teaches Alex how to read. They become annoyed with each other. They have a quick argument, but settle matters rapidly by laughing at themselves. In White Fang's subsequent fight, a competitor brings in a new canine to face White Fang. This dog is too healthy for the White Fang and is losing the battle. Beauty begins to evolve in order to defeat White Fang, but Jack intervenes to stop him. When the police arrive, everyone scatters, with Jack taking White Fang to safety. Belinda tends to White Fang's wounds, and Jack sits down beside White Fang. Alex and Jack take the wolf home to care for him. Although Alex believes it is risky and a waste of time, Jack insists on bringing in White Fang. When they return one day, White Fang is fully recovered but their home is in shambles. The White Fang growls at Alex as he tries to get him out. Jack slowly tries to lead him out, but he gets bitten. Outside, Jack may not be able to provide an attractive White Fang with meals. They wait for White Fang to leave the house, which he does. The following day, Jack tries to bond with the wolf over some meals, but he is nonetheless hesitant. After White Fang allows Jack to pet him, they become friends. Later, Alex rushes out with his gun, believing White Fang is about to attack Jack. Jack tells him he is mistaken, and Alex watches in amazement. They proceed to bond, taking part in and spending time with one another. Some time later, as they are all working, an accident happens whilst the trio are mining. As he rushes to help Jack and White Fang, Alex notices the animal digging its way to Jack. Jack is rescued, and they come to understand that they have subsequently observed some gold. They rushed back inside to retrieve it. After leaving Alex and White Fang, Jack travels to the city to have some of the gold tested. Breaking free, White Fang becomes a member of Jack's band. Beauty spots Luke and runs to inform Beauty. The gold is examined and certified, and after, Beauty's gang plots their revenge. Returning home, Alex reads the appropriate information and they celebrate. However, Beauty and her gang have observed them. That night, Alex invites Jack to San Francisco. In the morning, Beauty and her gang commence their attack. They set fire to the house and waited for the trio to come out. Beauty sends in Trinker, who bursts in, solely to be attacked via White Fang, and by chance shoots Luke after that. Beauty fires but is unable to reload as White Fang attacks him. Jack pulls him off Beauty and takes the villains back into town. In town, Alex reminds Jack of the train to San Francisco and advises him to release White Fang. Jack and White Fang spend some time together before Jack tries to get White Fang to leave. The White Fang eventually flees, and Jack, overcome with emotion, flees as well. Back in the city, he joins Alex and Emma, and they all leave. However, at the docks, he tells the couple he may not be part of them, and they have a heartfelt farewell. Jack returns home and starts off by making repairs. The White Fang appears one day, and they race toward each other, eventually reuniting. And so the movie ends. Thank you for watching today's recap. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.